Okay, uh, welcome to another edition of Tips for Dummies. On this one, I will be changing the exhaust, the kitchen exhaust, or it's a 30-inch, but this time what I want to do is that I'm actually want to put an exhaust, because this one it didn't have an exhaust. It just brings everything in here and the house still smells. As you can tell, this one it doesn't have a pipe to go up, so I want to go straight out. That's one of the options. I purchased a new one. It was on sale and I opened them up, and I think I know why it was on sale, because it's missing some instructions and missing some stuff. But anyway, so as far as us fitting in here, I'm not gonna have too much problems because it's the same. Now I can see that, and on this one they put some screws on the sides and right here on top. So I'm probably gonna do the same thing on this one, so I don't have any troubles. Now the problem is to make the hole on the wall, and that's gonna be the real thing. So let's see what happens. Hopefully there is no 2x4s on the way. That will be great, but if it is, I still have an idea of what am I gonna do. I'm gonna have to improvise, and this is what this site is all about improvisation. A lot of experts, they might not gonna be happy about what I'm gonna do if there's a 2x4, but if that is, well, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna start by removing the range. All right, so I'm gonna be taking the screws out of there. Here goes one. Now I'm gonna take the one on this other side. That was probably already out. Now I'm gonna take the ones up here. And the last one. Okay, so this thing is out, as you can see. All right. So I took the bell, so I'm gonna have to disconnect the wiring from there. Okay, I can tell, yeah, I can tell the electrical part is there. Also I can tell there is a 2x4 there too. So let's see what I do. So there is a screw right there to remove the electrical. I don't know if the camera can see it, there is the lighting, but there is a screw right here to remove the box for the electrical. Alright, we need to get the electricity out, so now we can completely remove this range. So now we got the wires exposed in here, as you can see. All right. Okay. So we have to remove those wires, and then we will be ready to remove. All right. So I'm gonna get some electrical tape to remove this and right away cap it off, because that's the life. All right, so I'm ready to remove the hot one, the hot light, the light. This one is the one that it has electricity. Of course, the light went out. So I'm gonna cap it off. Okay, I'm gonna put some tape like this. So hopefully, all right. So I got the hot one. Now I gotta get the neutral. The neutral. We don't have to cover that one off, but I'm still gonna cover it just in case. So now we have to remove the ground. Has a screw right here. Alright, and the ground is it's removed. Okay, so now we got all the wires. Now we can pull this thing out of here. Careful, because if the tape comes out, you can make a short there. So I'm gonna put the black wire first out of here. Yeah, there you go. So now I got the range out. Now, so we have a little problem. I mean, we do have a 2x4 right on the way. So I'm gonna figure it out. What am I gonna do? I don't know how the range came out, but yeah. So that's the one that I purchased, and I'm gonna figure out what to do. There's several ways to connect this one. The easiest one is just to go straight, like I told you. Unfortunately, I have a 2x4 right here, but I still gonna make it. You'll see how. So this is a new range that I have. It comes with the attachment to do the straight up pipe. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna be using that, so we're gonna have to remove it right now. All right. Now I want to use the vertical one, which is this one over here on the back. Okay, so I removed that one. You see it has slots to remove it, but it's gonna be intact. But this one on the back is the one that I'm gonna be removing. All right, and the damper, it's right here inside. That's the damper. You remove that. It has 2 screws right there. Alright, we're just gonna remove it, and we're gonna be using that. How? Well, that's what I'm gonna have to figure out, because there is a 2x4, and well, let's see what I can do. There's nothing that we can do in here. All right, so this is damper. We remove it. Okay. Okay. So this is the deal. Alright. So I want you to take a look at this, because I'm going to remove it. All right, so I brought my baby right here. All right. All right. So this is where all the exhaust is going to be coming out. This one, it goes like this. Alright, has a damper. Now we have a 2x4. What are we going to do? Well, that's what we're gonna figure out. Alright. So let's get it done. So usually when we purchase a new range, it comes with instructions and measurements or pamphlets, so that way you can use it as a guide. On this one it didn't came with, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the fan just temporarily, so that way I can put it back over there and take the measurements of the wall right here on the back. I'm gonna show you how. But this one, the fan hopefully comes out like this. So now I'm gonna put it back there, and I'm gonna make the signs for the hole there. Okay. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the range right where it belongs, and right here through the opening. That's where I'm gonna make the marks. Hey. Yeah. Why? Hold on. So once I made the mark, I'm gonna proceed to cut that out. At least on that side. Now guys, there's a special saw that they sell on the market for cutting, to cut the sheetrock, and I didn't brought it with me right now. But since this channel is nothing but improvising, well, you can use a knife. Just like the one I'm doing right now, like the one that I'm using. This is easy. Just be careful with the electricity on the back. Make sure there is no electricity. I do have cables right there, but I don't know where they're at. Yeah. And we're just gonna cut the hole that we mark. This is a pretty good square, and we're just gonna, let's do it. All right, I'll come back to you. All right, so now that you cut it with a knife or with the saw, just cut that out, that piece. So now we can see the whole ordeal. We can see the situation that we have. All right. So we have the electrical cord, and it's with a nail right here. I'm gonna just separate that so that way I can bring it to this side, because I don't need it right there, because this hole is gonna be specifically for the exhaust. All right. All right, guys. So after thinking and looking and everything, I have this on the way, and I saw that bolt sticking out. I went through the outside, and let me show you what I saw. These guys, the solar panel, they just came over and installed the panels, and they left a pipe right on it where I needed it. So I'm gonna have to go with plan B. On this case, I cannot go to the roof because this is a two-story home. It's just a no-no. So the only thing I got left, it's a vent through the cabinet, which I didn't want to because I wanted the space, and then through the wall. Now I know that I have plenty of space right there, nothing on the outside. So that's plan B, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna do a plan B, which is the top. The other one, it was just gonna be too complicated, too many obstacles. So there goes plan B. I'm gonna get this out. Hey. Okay. So I'm gonna get the metal out. Alright, so I got this top part out. This piece of metal that I got from the top, I'm gonna put it back over here with tape. Alright. Right there. This is gonna cover, I'm not gonna need that hole. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it right here. Alright, I'm gonna take the motor out again. I'm gonna remove the motor because I don't have the pattern instructions. So I'm gonna do the same as the other one. I already disconnected the motor from the inside. Okay. I'm gonna put the attachment. So I'm gonna align the cover with the already pre-drilled holes. And I'm gonna install this. Should be able to put 3 bolts. Alright guys, I got this top part and I'm gonna put it just like the other one and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna place the range right there and I'm gonna mark it just like I did the other one. Yes. That should be it. Alright, I don't know if you can see it, but that's where the mark is gonna be, exactly there. Alright, so now we're gonna drill it and let's see what happens. So what I'm gonna do next is that I'm gonna drill the hole right there, so that way I can cut the round thing. Alright. Now with the saw, I'm gonna cut it round to see if it's possible. Now that we have the pattern, more or less, I'm gonna have to make that hole bigger so that way this pipe can go through there. And all we have to do is put it, so align it, and make the line all the way around, so that way we can cut it on the outside line. We're gonna cut this on the outside. So let's get on. Alright guys, so remember the hole that I made on the back? I'm just covering it. I use the same metal that I took out, and I'm just putting some aluminum tape, the one they use for air conditioning. It's really strong. Alright. So this is cover. Okay. I'm also gonna cover the hole that I made over there. I already cut a little piece of sheetrock. I'll show you that in a minute. So for now, I'm gonna put the cover back on. So I got the cover. I am going to remove the front vent cover. You're gonna need this, so that way you can put it right there. That's because you do not want. Okay. Now this thing is covered. You don't want any smoke coming through here, so you want everything go up there. For this next step, I cut out about 4 inches of tubing, 7 inches. I wanna leave a little bit of a lip up there and see what's going on. And I'm gonna put it together just like this. This is how it works. Lock it in place, and then it goes like this. Once it's like that, I'm gonna put some tape, probably on the inside. I'm gonna put some tape right there, and then I'm gonna work from there. Alright guys, so this is the outside of the tube, and as you can see I put the tape all the way around. I'm gonna work on that side. So I cut out a piece of sheetrock, and I'm just gonna put it there. I'm gonna put a screw. This is just to cover it, guys. This is gonna be covered with the range. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of tape there to cover it. I'm not gonna do a complete fixing. So I'm just gonna cover the Remember, you're not gonna be able to see that, so I'm just covering it. Have to leave that hole over there because that's where the electricity is gonna be coming out. All right, so let's do the next step, guys. So the next thing to do is that I'm gonna pop out the electricity port. That's where the wiring is gonna be coming out. And all right. All right. So the old range actually had a little bit of piece of plastic. The new one, it didn't. I guess that's why it was on sale again. I'm gonna put it on. Now it's time to put the range back on its place to keep working on the vent. All right. So let's see how this thing comes out. We have to remove this. Screws. So now we can pass the electrical to there. Okay. So now we're on it. Okay. And well, the first thing I'm gonna do is pass the electrical. I don't know if the camera can see it, but so I got the electrical through here. Now I'm gonna put the wrench in place. Well, I have technical difficulties. Gotta have the electrical here. And there you go. Now we got it. Now I got it. All right, so I got the electrical. All right. So now we're gonna get the screws. All right. It's always hard when you doing it by yourself, obviously. It's always good to have two hands. But in my case, it's only one hand. And I'm just putting one screw way on the bottom, on the back. I'm gonna get one in the front, and so on. I got the range in place. All 4 screws are on it. Now I'm gonna work on top. Let's see how it comes out. So the first thing I did over here is drill a hole, and then with the saw, with this one, I just went all the way around and got that piece out. Now you can see that it's clear. I'm ready to go all the way outside. Then I figure out about this curve, because I'm having a little bit of trouble making a curve with these two. So I'll figure something out. Alright. Hey guys, so I'm gonna drill 3 holes, 4 holes, 1 on each corner, just to pretend that more or less what the circular cut is gonna be. And then on the outside, I'm just gonna... Alright guys, so it's a little bit dark, but I brought this thing that is gonna be on the outside, and just circle it. I made a circle right there, and that's where that's where I'm gonna cut it. So hopefully you'll get to see what I'm gonna do there. Right here, you're gonna be seeing it on an angle, but now I'm gonna cut the hole and see what's going and see what happens. Alright. Alright, so I cut the hole. Now this one is gonna go through here, of course, and all the way there. But first I'm gonna put a lot of silicone on the edges, and then I'm gonna bolt it, and that's it. Alright guys, so I had to improvise, and I put the pipe there. The pipe coming out from the vent outside, it was smaller than the 7-inch, unfortunately. So I had to put this pipe over, and then from the inside, as you can see, I'm putting some tape all the way around. And first I put tape like that, horizontally and then vertically, and I'm going all the way around, so that way you can, I don't know, the camera is kind of hard to see it, but I'm gonna put it all the way around, so that way this thing will be strong. And then somehow I'm gonna try to bend this to make it fit there, which is not gonna fit pretty good or correctly, but I have aluminum to work with, and try to seal it the best possible. Alright, so this is how I'm doing so far. So I'm putting tape on the inside. Alright, once again I put tape on that end. Now it's time to put a tape inside of this, alright, to reinforce that one too and make a proper seal. And then somehow I'm gonna try to make a union in here. It's not gonna work pretty good, but I'm gonna have to do it. So let's get it going. Alright guys, so now what I have to do now is I'm gonna try to bend this thing and try to make it go inside of that tube. Somehow it's gonna be kind of hard, but I'm gonna twist it and bend it and do whatever possible it is to stick this inside, even if it has to be bent a little bit. There it goes, kind of, a little bit. Hey, so due to the circumstances, I wasn't able to get it right inside. It has a little gap, but that's gonna be covered with aluminum, and that's why I got this aluminum tape. It's gonna be completely covered, and then we're all set. All right guys, so after I put the tape, this is how it looks. I'm just gonna put silicone right there on the corners. I'm gonna put silicone right there on the corners of that, and also down there to make a good seal. I'm gonna put it with my finger. This thing won't fit, but so Make sure you make a good seal. Right there. And also on the bottom. Right there. Alright, so I'm gonna proceed to put the fan. I don't know if the camera is gonna be able to see that, but we have to make this connection right here. Right there. That goes inside. Gets connected. And then we put this in here. Just like that. And then we put the screws. Oh man, I wish I lost one already. Let's find it first. And so I got one bolt. I gotta find the other one somewhere around here. I'm gonna find it. So I lost one. But I found another one that it fits. I'm just gonna put it on. So now we got the fan. Now we have to do the electrical. And this is fairly easy. Okay. All we have to do is connect black with black and white with white. So right now I have a live wire. The black is live. I didn't cut down the electricity, so you gotta be careful with that. So what you do is being very careful.
I got emotional this morning because for me, I look at it in two ways. I mean, I look at it as
grab the black wire.
But now I have to look at it as a father of three beautiful children, and one son. And what do I tell them?
Put it together,
George complied. He did everything
the wire nut, and wire it.
did like a dog with a knee to the neck. And so I wrote about this extensively in my book. Just talking
The wire nut does the job of getting it together.
I asked the question.
Pretty much do the same thing with the white wires.
So when we see these riots in this country, I just say, like King said,
White wire.
it's the language, it's the
So
voice.
we're gonna get it
And
all together.
I want this country to change. I believe what they're angels of our nature. And you and I are having this conversation, trying to push this to the more you.
And
Very put, well said, and I thank you. And I appreciate you doing. Just say this though, Don.
okay, we're gonna get it together.
I appreciate you. I think that there are a lot of women in this country
We're gonna get the ground.
feeling as if they're the target, feeling as if they don't get the benefit of it.
What you have to do is kind of like a little nut there
You know, it's just a tough time. So I just wanted to let you know.
and tighten them up.
We love you, we appreciate you, and I feel like it's
So I hope the camera is able to see it.
Thank you, Kari. I appreciate it. Love you, man. Listen, we're going to continue this conversation. I'm hosting a CNN special. I can't breathe. Black men living and dying in America. It's Sunday night. Sunday, 8 Eastern. Make sure you tune in. We're going to go to the scene of those live footage. We're going to
So we got the ground. We get all the wirings, so that way we can get.
When Visible set out to create the future of the service, we tossed the stuff that wasn't working. Stuff like football pills and fees for money.
So that we can get this on.
This thing that
And this is the way it goes.
the stuff that wasn't working.
Goes like that. And
Messages, evidence. It's a simple
it goes.
trim the bad,
Uses a screw,
make the good better.
which is somewhere around there.
Keep this over
Not quite sure.
Prices $14 just $25 for the first one. Join us at Visible.com.
It's really dark. Oh, okay, I see it. It's on that corner. Oh. It makes it real hard when you start losing your vision.
Except work. Why is that? Is it because people love filling out forms?
But
Maybe they like
yeah,
checking
it goes
with
there.
the supervisor to see how much vacation time they have. Or sending corporate their expense reports.
And
I'll let you in on a little
all we have to do is tighten them up. Alright, so far we got everything. The fan.
pay card frees you.
We gotta put a light bulb. So we're putting a light bulb right where it belongs. This is right here. Light bulb is in. Okay, we gotta put the filter.
Destinations Career Academy. I'm one of a growing number of high school students preparing for a great future.
Destinations is tuition free.
Online and in person. Please try to get a traditional education with stay certified teachers and take electives to explore students
With destinations college, career,
Where is this thing holding? Okay, it holds on the sides. And yes, it goes. Right like this. Yeah, there you go. So this is how it goes. And right there is the filter. And we got everything done, guys. Whew. A little bit harder than what I thought. Basically because I got so many issues with that. But okay, I put a little bit of light, so I'm gonna turn it on. Alright, I got the fan going on, and I got the light. This is pretty cool. Got the fan.